Imagine a hole so deep that no matter how much you fill it, it never seems to reach its capacity. Picture this. Nestled within the dramatic landscapes of Manastash Ridge, west of Ellensburg, Washington, a man named Mel Waters stumbles upon a peculiar phenomenon right on his property. A hole, seemingly ordinary at first glance, but with characteristics that defy all conventional understanding. This hole, initially used as a convenient dumping site by Mel and his neighbors, exhibited a peculiar trait. No matter how much trash found its way into its gaping maw, it never filled up. An endless abyss, a bottomless pit, a paradox in the heart of the earth. But that was not all. Animals, including Mel's dogs, exhibited an uncanny avoidance of the hole. A primal instinct, perhaps, steering them clear of something beyond their comprehension. And then, there were the radio signals. Near the hole, radios picked up inexplicable frequencies, as though the pit was a conduit for unseen energies. But the most unnerving detail was yet to come. Attempts to measure the depth of this enigma with fishing line suggested an astonishing fact. This hole, this gaping void in the heart of the earth, was deeper than 80,000 feet. A depth so profound, it seemed to bore into the very fabric of our reality. To put it into perspective, that's more than 15 times the height of Mount Everest, the highest peak on our planet. Yet, the fishing line found no bottom. An abyss, a chasm, a void that seemed to scoff at the very concept of limitation. And so began the eerie tale of Mel's Hole, a mystery that would soon captivate the world. From a simple dumping site to a phenomenon that defies all understanding, this hole was not just a pit in the ground. It was a question, a riddle, a challenge to our understanding of the world. And this was just the beginning. As we delve deeper into the mystery, prepare to question everything you know about reality. The story of Mel's Hole is far from over, but the hole was not just bottomless. It seemed to defy the very laws of nature. Mel's Hole, as it came to be known, was a hotbed of inexplicable phenomena. Objects tossed into the abyss would vanish without a trace, as if swallowed by the earth itself. No matter how much debris was hurled into it, the pit remained unfathomably deep, never filling up, never overflowing. But the oddities didn't stop there. The hole seemed to possess an eerie aura that repelled animals. Even Mel's loyal dogs would avoid it, their instincts warning them of something unnatural. Radios, too, became static-filled and erratic near the hole, as if it was emitting some sort of invisible frequency that disturbed the airwaves. The most chilling tale, however, comes from a neighbor's account of his deceased dog. After being thrown into the hole, the dog was reported to have reappeared alive, as if it had crossed into a realm where death was not final. This uncanny incident led some to speculate that Mel's Hole was not just a geological anomaly, but a portal to another dimension, or perhaps even a gateway through time. The tales of disappearing objects and resurrected dogs stirred curiosity and fear in equal measure. Could it be that Mel's Hole was a rift in the fabric of our reality, a bridge to an alternate universe? Or was it a time vortex, capable of bending the linear progression of moments into a loop? Theories abounded, each more fantastical than the last, yet none could be proven or disproven. The hole's mysteries remained elusive, its secrets locked away in its unfathomable depths. As word spread, the world began to wonder, what was at the bottom of Mel's Hole? The intrigue surrounding the hole deepened, drawing attention from far and wide. It was clear that this was not just any hole. It was a phenomenon that challenged our understanding of the world, a riddle that defied explanation, a mystery that teased the boundaries of our comprehension. And it was just the beginning of an extraordinary saga that would soon take an even more unexpected turn. The mystery deepened when the government suddenly took interest in Mel's property. The tale of Mel's Hole was about to take an even darker turn, one that would involve the very authorities we trust to keep us safe. Mel Waters had shared his story on the popular radio show Coast to Coast AM with host Art Bell. The tale of a seemingly bottomless hole with inexplicable properties had captivated listeners nationwide. But it wasn't just the curious public that was listening. It seems the government was all ears too. Soon after his radio appearance, Mel found his property swarming with military personnel. These weren't your regular local law enforcement officers. These were armed men, their intentions unclear but their presence undeniable. The path to Mel's property was blocked, access to the hole abruptly cut off. Mel was effectively evicted from his own land, the land that held the very mystery that had gripped the nation. Now, why would the government, with all its resources, take such an interest in a mere hole? Could it be that they knew something that Mel and the rest of us didn't? The sudden eviction, the military blockade, the secrecy, all signs pointed to a potential cover-up. The government's involvement suggested that there was more to Mel's hole than met the eye. It hinted at secrets too significant, too dangerous perhaps, to be left in the hands of a simple landowner. One could not help but wonder, was Mel's hole a mere curiosity, or was it something more? A gateway to another dimension, a portal through time, or perhaps something even more fantastical, something we could not even begin to comprehend. Whatever it was, one thing was clear. Mel's hole was no longer a mere curiosity. It was a matter of national interest. The story had moved beyond the boundaries of Mel's property, beyond the realm of local folklore. It had entered the world of government intrigue and national security, leaving us all wondering, what lies at the bottom of Mel's hole? Just when it seemed the story couldn't get stranger, Mel discovered a second hole. This time, the setting was Nevada, a place far removed from his home in Washington. Introduced to him by a local Native American tribe, this hole bore striking similarities to the first. It was about the same size, but had its own peculiarities. Unlike the first hole, this one was not just a void in the ground. It was encircled by a metal collar, as if someone or something had engineered it. And unlike the icy chill that seemed to emanate from the original hole, this one radiated heat. It was as if the two holes were mirror images, one cold and one hot, each with its own set of mysteries. Mel, of course, couldn't resist the allure of probing the unknown. So, he embarked on a series of experiments, much like he had done with the first hole. One such experiment involved a sheep. Now, you might be thinking, why a sheep? Well, Mel believed that if something was going to come out of the hole, it would be more likely to interact with a living being. The sheep was lowered into the hole, and what happened next was as bizarre as it was disturbing. The sheep died, not from any visible injury, but from what seemed to be intense fear. When an autopsy was performed, a tumor was found inside the animal. But this was no ordinary tumor. It contained a creature that resembled a fetal seal, yet with human eyes. This discovery suggested the presence of unknown biological phenomena, deepening the mystery and hinting at the possibility of life forms beyond our understanding. The second hole only added to the enigma. It was like a mirror of the first, echoing its peculiarities while introducing new ones. Just like the first hole, it seemed to defy the laws of nature and challenged our understanding of reality. It raised more questions than it answered. Was it a portal to another world, a gateway to another dimension, or possibly a laboratory for some unknown entity? We may never know. But one thing is clear. The second hole, much like the first, continues to captivate our imaginations, inviting us to ponder the mysteries of the universe. The second hole only added to the enigma, raising more questions than answers. Then, as suddenly as he had appeared, Mel vanished. Just when it seemed that the tale of Mel's hole was about to be substantiated, Mel Waters, the central figure in this enigma, disappeared without a trace. This happened right after he had agreed to provide concrete evidence, further deepening the mystery. Mel's sudden disappearance was as baffling as the hole itself. He was there one moment, ready to reveal the truths buried at the bottom of his hole, and the next, he was gone. His absence left a gaping void in the narrative, a void that mirrored the seemingly bottomless hole on his property. The world was left to grapple with this sudden turn of events, and speculation ran rampant. Some believed that Mel had been silenced or taken by the same forces that were interested in his hole. Others thought he had gone into hiding, fearing the implications of revealing the hole's secrets. There were even whispers that Mel had fallen into his own hole, swallowed by the very mystery he had uncovered. The skeptics, on the other hand, saw Mel's disappearance as a convenient escape, a way to avoid the scrutiny that would inevitably follow the presentation of evidence. They argued that Mel had woven an intricate tale, only to disappear when it was time to substantiate his claims. To them, his disappearance was not a mystery, but a predictable conclusion to a hoax. In the wake of Mel's disappearance, debates intensified. Believers and skeptics locked horns, each side bolstered by Mel's absence. His disappearance became a new chapter in the story of Mel's hole, a chapter that was as enigmatic and contentious as the hole itself. In his absence, the mystery of Mel's hole grew, leaving the world to wonder, what happened to Mel? As the dust settled, one thing was clear. Mel's disappearance had added another layer to the mystery of Mel's hole, a mystery that continued to captivate and confound, just like the man at its center. Though Mel was gone, his story lived on, becoming a modern urban legend. The tale of Mel's hole, with its unusual properties and inexplicable occurrences, has etched its place in the annals of paranormal folklore. It stands as a beacon of intrigue, stoking the fires of curiosity in those who dare to question the boundaries of reality. This story, shrouded in mystery and skepticism, has sparked a multitude of questions. It challenges our understanding of the world as we know it, pushing us to consider the existence of other dimensions or parallel realities. Could the hole be a portal to a different realm, a crack in the fabric of our universe? Or perhaps it's a gateway through time, a loophole in the laws of nature? The answers remain elusive, adding to the enigma that is Mel's hole. But the questions don't stop there. The sudden involvement of the government, the eviction of Mel, and the subsequent silence on the matter all hint at a deeper, darker truth. It raises suspicions of government secrecy and cover-ups, further fueling the intrigue surrounding Mel's hole. Could the authorities know more than they're letting on? Or is their silence merely a reflection of their own bafflement? Despite its gripping narrative, the tale of Mel's hole is not without its skeptics. The lack of verifiable evidence, the absence of concrete proof, has led many to dismiss the story as a hoax. Yet, the persistence of the tale, the enduring intrigue it commands, suggests otherwise. It's a testament to our inherent human curiosity, our insatiable thirst for knowledge and understanding. Whether fact or fiction, Mel's hole continues to captivate, a testament to our enduring fascination with the unknown. Even in the face of skepticism, the story persists, reminding us that the world is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled, of secrets yearning to be unveiled. The legacy of Mel's hole lives on, a symbol of our unquenchable desire to explore the uncharted territories of the unknown. So, what lies at the bottom of Mel's hole? We may never know. This is the enigma that has captivated our imaginations and sparked countless debates. The story of Mel's hole is a labyrinth of mysteries, a narrative brimming with peculiar phenomena, government intrigue, and inexplicable occurrences. It all began with an ordinary man named Mel Waters discovering an extraordinary hole on his property in Manistash Ridge, a hole that defied the laws of nature and seemed to stretch into the very fabric of reality. Its inexplicable properties, from the unending depth to the strange signals and the eerie aversion of animals, ignited a wildfire of questions. Could it be a portal to another dimension, a gateway through time, or perhaps a pathway to a parallel universe? The reappearing of a neighbor's deceased dog only added more fuel to this enigmatic fire, hinting at the possibility of resurrection or the crossing of parallel realities. The story took a darker turn with the sudden interest of the military. Their swift action to seize Mel's property and restrict access to the hole hinted at a cover-up, suggesting that the hole's secrets were of significant interest to the authorities. This further piqued our curiosity, leaving us to wonder what they might have discovered. A second hole in Nevada, introduced to Mel by a Native American tribe, only deepened the mystery. A sheep's death and the discovery of an unearthly creature within it further suggested the presence of unknown biological phenomena. But then Mel disappeared, leaving behind a story that was both fascinating and frustratingly unresolved. His disappearance, coupled with the government's silence, left us grappling for answers, fueling speculation and debate among both believers and skeptics. Yet, despite the lack of concrete evidence, the legacy of Mel's Hole endures. It stands as a modern urban legend, embodying our fascination with the unknown and the unexplained. It challenges our perceptions of reality, inviting us to consider the existence of phenomena beyond our understanding. But one thing is certain: as long as there are mysteries like Mel's Hole, we will never stop questioning, never stop exploring, and never stop dreaming.